Loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win every way. Winning every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah. You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win every way. Winning every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah. You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see what's going on with this device. Turn you on. It's because of my headset, obviously. There we go. So, let's add in my other headset because obviously the headset that I'm working with is not wanting to work. Technicalities. Gotta love it. Anybody seen Jules? How's Jules doing? I know she was on a few days ago, so hopefully she's not paired Ura. Let's get these guys. I never remember how to pair these. Cause they're like, they're my Bluetooth headset for my phone, and they're like, yeah, they just, let's see how to go. Is the audio quality good? Cause I know my mic on my computer is usually shit. If it's fine, I'll just leave my computer as it. Hey yo, Jetvis! How doing? How everybody doing? If the audio quality is fine, then I'll just leave it as is, cause I don't want to fuck around with it too much, and having headphones in for my audition probably is gonna look freaking weird. Can't complain, that is good. Let me grab my easel. I use an easel for my auditions. She was playing, yeah, I know she was playing Fortnite with Reagan the other day. Thank God. She's starting to worry me. Like, I was like, Jules, what's wrong with you? Why are you not responding to anybody? Oh, no. Okay, we're good. I thought there was a needle on my computer, but there wasn't. Oh, kick. There we go. That's not bad. So auditions are pretty, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. There we go. We're gonna close you. I know she was playing Fortnite with Reagan the other day, and she was sounding pretty good, so that's awesome, because she had me really worried. I was like, Jules, where in the hell are you? Why are you not answering my messages? People are asking me about you. Where are you, Jules? So the TV show is called Haley Rose. At least I think that is what it is called. It's it seems to be a drama about a character named Haley and her sister named Rose. Haley is I don't know what to call Haley. I'm still new at all this stuff. So Haley is a female who is dating a non-binary character called Sid, who is who I'm auditioning for. This is an ACTRA job. Like I said, ACTRA is Canada's union for actors. So the union is really awesome. It kind of sucks because I'm not part of the union yet. So that means if I get this role, I will have to buy into it, which means buying a permit to be on set. It's kind of annoying, but pay is really, really good. So I was like, we'll do it. I'll be gone for a month if I get it. I will be filming in Nova Scotia. Hi, Tiki Beans. She had a stream the day after. Yeah, I know she's been having some struggles with her RA. I just hope that she's doing okay and that if she needs something, that she knows she can come to us. Like everybody goes to her, and she should be able to come to us if she's had issues. Hello, Bean Mean. Little Bean is moving around, having a good day. So yeah, about the show, it's the premise from what I get. They don't always give you a giant breakdown. Is that Haley gets a call from her sister named Rose, and says that her mother has died, but she actually hasn't, and she rushes down to Nova Scotia to be with her family and finds out her mom's not actually dead, and something starts the journey to looking into her father's death and his will, and the basis of what I know. I don't know much else other than that the family and the town that she came from is very, very homophobic, and my character is having to deal with their partner's issues and everything, and having to deal with being in a community that isn't very open. And it's unfortunate. So right now, the best that I have is, hi Tiki Beans, what are you doing, baby girl? I have some specific notes, but nothing very detailed about what the wardrobe should be. Not like, all I know is that Sid's character is a very caring character. She's Haley, sorry, is an aloof character. She cares about Sid, but is very closed off and just kind of keeps to herself and keeps her past. Sid, their partner, Haley's partner, does not know that Haley has a family. They are under the impression that they are dead or gone, or I'm not too sure yet. I haven't gotten the full script. But so far, yeah, that's what I know. It's been interesting. I don't have a reader at this point, so I'm just, you guys are going to be getting half of the script until my husband comes in to read for me so that I can do my filming for it. But it seems like a really interesting story, and I'm really excited to go. What are you doing, Bean Bean? I'm really excited to go on with it and see where it brings us. So yeah. The first scene, we are in Haley's apartment. It's clean, simple, urban looking. She drops the office box onto the floor. Her phone rings again. She digs the phone out of her pocket. She has just been let go from her job. So my character is coming in, and I'm a little bit confused because oh, okay, here we go. A couple of women wearing heels and party dresses pass Haley. Nope, that's not it. My character seems to be calling Haley, and, yeah. Then they kiss in the next thing. So I'm not really sure how we are off-screen calling and then all of a sudden we're together. So there's some things that need to be looked at. Let me pull up this right here. Why is my... Oh, come on, computer. There we go. My computer wasn't opening the script. I was like, why are you not opening? Alright, so let me load up my phone here so that I can do my... There we go. Phone is loaded. I do all my recordings on my phone, and then they are uploaded to Google Drive, where I then edit them into a file. Oh, hi, Finny. Finny on the Finny Fin. There we go. So first I'm going to do my slate before I do anything else. I just want to make sure that my glasses aren't in reflection, and they're doing pretty good. So there we go. Hi. Hi, my name is Micah Valentini. I am 5'4". My agency is Book It Talent. I'm located in Ottawa. I completely blanked on what I was going to say next. Wow, we're starting off good tonight. Hi, my name is Micah Valentini. I'm 5'4". My agency is Book It Talent. I'm located in Ottawa, and my vaccination status is triple vaccinated for COVID. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to do that in a full body slate, but I don't know how I'm going to do that because I don't have the room to do that. Let's see what our instructions say. Slating and self-taping details. Prepare. Slate, for those of you not in the industry, is just exactly what I stated. It is, if I was an ACTRA member, I would say my ACTRA number. If I'm union status, all that kind of stuff. It's your stage name, which for me, my stage name is Micah Valentini. All that kind of stuff. Sometimes they want you to include a few different things. Let's see. What do they want in your slate? I probably should have read this before I filmed my slate. Good luck. I can just delete that, I guess, and then see what they want. I am out of sorts because I have never had an ACTRA. It's very bizarre. I've never done an ACTRA audition before, and they are very, very specific with what they want. Please prepare slate as a separate file. Every single scene that I do has to be a separate file, and every take of any interpretation of the scene has to be a different file. It's crazy. Please take each scene as separate video files. We are requesting a full body slate, including height, where you are based, currently residing. Wouldn't be where you are based and currently residing be the same thing. And profiles, oh gosh, and finishing on a close-up. The scene itself should be done in medium close-up to close-up. If under 18, please include your age and date of birth in the slate. Please try have a live reader rather than recorded reader. Somebody must read the other character's lines in the scene. Please try to have the camera at your eye level rather than below or above you. Please label all self-materials as accurately as possible with performer's name, project, and role. For short scenes, we encourage the performer to do at least 2 takes presented as separate video files. Great. Being that we can't be in the room with the performer, here are some important performance instructions and directions. All roles, we want you to watch these characters and their, well, yeah, that's the intent of every TV show, is to get people to watch. Please allow your personality to shine through. These roles, all roles, are in no way ever meant to be generic characters. For levels and tone, we suggest a grounded, realistic, and natural performance level, but with energy. So if I'm not energetic or natural enough, you guys gotta let me know. If in doubt, try a couple of different takes and ways. We are never looking for a caricature or a broad performance. Decisions and choices are appreciated and embraced. If in doubt, try a couple of different ways and takes. Find the mini story where change occurs in every scene. Please search for the qualities that make any role human and relatable. They are well-rounded, complex. We are always looking for a natural level of performance. Find authentic and worthy justification for their actions. Please see specific notes on audition breakdown. It is recommended that performers style themselves to suggest the character description. That's helpful. Almost zero helpful there. All right. Let me grab Gary so he can do my slate for me. Because I can't do full body slate. Let's turn it off. There we go. All right, so let's do a few run here. Let's move you over. So, first scene, like I said, Haley enters her apartment. It's clean, simple, urban looking. She drops the office box onto the floor. Her phone rings again. She takes the phone out of her pocket. She's about to reject the call. Before you hit the ignore button, I'm here. Come on. What's up, Buttercup? What's up, Buttercup? Yeah, Finnegan. You got fired? Ooh, okay. I don't care about another job. I care about you. I care that the world of nonprofits has lost a superhero. Okay, I also care about why you didn't think to tell me. Single child syndrome. You worried? Then this is the perfect time for this. It's a key. One home, less travel. Okay, so we're going to be moving in together, or Sid is asking Haley to be moving in together. One home, less travel. I see it as a win-win. This has been the best 7 months of my life. Your longest relationship, I am proud to say. My shortest so far, but definitely the most meaningful one. Perhaps the most complex one. And good sex. Well, that's a plus, isn't it? Good sex is always a plus. Okay then, great sex. Wow, we're sassy. Come on, it's perfect timing. We can get a cat, name it Matthias. All right, Matthias for a cat. Not my choice, but you know, why not? We are the worst queers ever. The Queerifesto dictates we are to move in together within 3 days of meeting each other. I am also one of the worst queers ever, I guess, because I'm on the road so much, I need somebody to water my plants and clean my apartment. Okay. Alrighty, so, we're gonna ask our girlfriend to move in with us. I guess the change in this scenario that they want us to pay attention to would be when Haley says that she got fired. Cuts. Why would you think I got fired? They had to make cuts. I'll get another job. It's nothing I simply didn't think to tell you. Haley seems to be not an ideal person to date, and just from the interactions that we're having, literally they go from wanting to ignore our phone call, I don't want to talk to anyone right now. Sid says, what's up, Buttercup? Haley says, today was my last day at work. Sid says, you got fired. Haley says, cuts. Why would you think you got fired? They had to make cuts. I'll get another job. Sid says, I don't care about another job. Haley says, it's nothing I simply didn't think to tell you. If we've got a partner that's not telling us big, major life things like that, to me, that's a red flag. Just a little bit of a red flag. Haley just says Sid when we ask her to move in with us. You don't need to take care of me. I said I'll get a job. You want me to leave this place? Yeah, I don't know that I like this relationship. It doesn't seem like it's a very, it seems kind of one-sided. Not really sure how to go about this. I'm assuming that Sid is just happy to be in a relationship. I'm just waiting for Gary so that way I can have a reader while I do this, because without a reader, you guys are only going to get half of it. It's not going to make any sense. But yeah, it's been an interesting few days. Do we have any other auditions to film? Because then I can do that as well. I don't think I do. Okay. let's put this back up. Actually, no, because Carrie's gonna have to use that to film. What do you want, Finny? What would you like, Finnegan? Do you want to come say hi? Would you like to come say hi? Come here. Come here, bubbies. Come here, bubbies. Up, up. Chubby. Chubby. Up, up. Up, up, up. Look. Oh. Look. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here's my boy. Here's my boy. I know this is boring for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm the most boring trash panda. Yeah, this is your pupper. Finn says, I have an ear bobo. He is not doing well. His ear is very, very inflamed and is bleeding. I have no idea why. He's been on antibiotics. He's been on all of the things, and it's poor guy is having a hard time with it. Yeah, and I'm on medication all the time now. I'm on Serenia for nausea because I have all the nausea all the time. All the time. What? You want back? You want up it? Up it up. Here's my boy. Here's my boy. You have stiff competition for the most boring trash panda. Is it you, Jet Vest? You think you're the most boring trash panda? I think I killed Jackie. I went out, we went out for pho with her last Sunday, and I brought her quilt, and I'm so big and loud that Jackie was probably like, what is this? She's been doing really good, and yes, she's really actually like 5 feet. She's very short, but she's exactly how you would think she is in her videos. She's the exact same thing. She's adorable. I don't know though, Jetfest. I'm probably one of the most boring trash pandas. I'm just sitting here talking to you guys while I wait for my husband to do my reading, so that way I can record my readings. Wow, same height as the waifu? Yeah, she's super short, but she's so cute. She's so, oh my gosh, she's full of personality. She's exactly like she is in her videos. And Pat is hilarious, because my husband came with me. And I was like, oh yeah, him and Pat are a lot alike, so they were chatting and doing the man things. But yeah, I was like, it's weird for me to be not the shortest person in the room. But Pat's hilarious. Like, we were talking about how in Trash Panda streams, they all go to, yell at Pat, and they start going, Pat, Pat. And he's like, I don't understand why. Oh, bye, Finn. My dog abandoned me. He doesn't love me anymore. Sad face. Why is my touchscreen so horrendous? Like, who's in chat? Oh, we got Schnutz, we got Shorty, we got Silver Wolf, Jetbus, Alisa Drya, Alice Dre, Commander Root, Larac Craft. Oh gosh, yeah, it was a fun time. She's a silly thing. If you guys haven't seen, I posted the progress I've been making on my, there's a needle in it, I gotta be careful, on my tapestry. This thing is taking me forever. It's like, can you guys even, it's getting there, like, it's not even, like, there's this much more to go. And I have 3 more that I bought because I wanted one. So this one is the Argonath from Lord of the Rings. So I bought one for Smaug for the Hobbit. I bought Edoras one for the Two Towers, and I bought Greyhaven's one for the Return of the King. And I was like, this thing has taken me about a year to get to this point. I'm like, I bought them and then I just sat there looking at my screen for like 15 minutes. And then Gary walked in and he was like, "What did you do?" And I was like, "I'm gonna die before I ever finish these. I'm gonna be in the ground and then they're just gonna be there." Yeah, I'm making good progress, but now I'm back at like this area was super easy where the Argonath is because it was like a lot of just one single color, but now I'm back at this like chunk where it's like just like two things where it's one color and then that's it. And you're like switching your color again and then you're switching your color. And I'm like, ugh. One square takes me about like an hour and I'm like, ugh. Hi, Fin. Oh, you happy boy? What did you get? Why'd you go downstairs? What did you go downstairs for? You warm? What a silly boy. I had to shave his butt today. It was not fun. Guys, don't get a dog. Do not get a dog. There's so much work. I love him, but he, yeah, we had to shave your bum. I had to shave your bum. Was that embarrassing? I was shaving it on the deck where everybody could see. But yeah, I'd like to do more streams where I'm actually doing. Yeah, I know, Silver, you have like 50 dogs. You have like a million animals. I'd like to do some streams where I do the cross-stitching, but I don't have a down-facing camera, so I'm like, you guys are just going to be staring at my face while I just make weird movements, and it's probably not the greatest. And like, now I'm like, hey, let's make audition practice and stuff, and like, I'm not doing that because I'm just waiting for my husband, who's probably playing a video game. But yeah, it's nerve-wracking. I've made a good progress on it though. I'm really happy with how it's turning out, and I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully one day at a time, maybe in 5 years I'll get there. Sugar booger bum. Yeah, we're up to 6 now. We have Finn, and then we have Sir Pounce our cat, and then we have Tiki Beans, who you guys know and love, and then we have Raspberry Shortcake and Emmett, the other 2 bunnies, and then we have Fuzz Lightyear, the hamster, who is mentally handicapped. He's special. He's very special. I love my cat so much. I wonder where my kitty is. I know you love Silver. I'll go see if I can.
Wants to say hi to you. Me, my boy? No. Say hi. Everybody loves me. Oh, purr pants. You're so happy. You're such a happy boy. He's looking at you guys like, please save me. Please save me. Hi. You want to go? There you go.
I made the bed today. Yeah, making the bed is Finn and Pounce's favorite game. They like to try to be on the bed and under the blankets, and we're trying to put the fitted sheet on, and Pounce is under the fitted sheet, and you just see this lump going. And you're like, oh. And then Finn goes after the lump, and then it's an ordeal. It's an ordeal. It's something else. Had I known he was going to play a game, I wouldn't have went live. Speaking of cats and beds, oh boy, Silverwolf, what did you do? Or what did your cat and Ben do?
What is this button? I want to push this button.
It won't let me. Anyways. Cats are wonderful creatures and I love them. I don't know if I'll get another one after Pounce. He's crazy. Somehow a little tabby cat took up almost my whole double bed. Yeah, I just had this conversation with Gary that we might have to get a bigger bed. We have a queen size bed, and I'm like, we might have to get a king size bed because somebody takes up the whole bed, and it's not me. Usually, Gary is on his side of the bed, and in between Gary and I, usually Finn kind of contorts himself somehow. And then Pounce is kind of on the other side of me, so I'm just kind of stuck in this like fetal position, and I'm like, it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. No. Hello, my handsome puppy. You take up a whole bed. You take up the whole bed. Yeah, Tiggy Beans, we all know you would take a whole bed too. Tiggy Bean. Miss Tiggy Beans. Crazy little fart. What are you doing? I don't know what she's doing. Sharing a bed with cats is a thing. Yeah, I don't mind sharing my bed with them, but like, hi Bean Bean. Whenever I get to just like starfish out on my bed, I'm like, ugh. A thing that isn't easy because they're big. Yeah, Finn's especially a big bed. I mean, he's like a 70-pound dog. He's a big boy. And he just, well, sometimes he'll just curl up on a pillow beside you, which is fine. And then other times he just like does the canine equivalent of starfish, and he takes up the whole section of a bed, and then he just like pushes you, and he literally takes his paws and he like just shoves them against you, and he's like, and you start falling out of the bed, and it's like, buddy, can I have space? This is my bed. This is my bed. Why do you hate me? I don't know how long he's gonna be, but I would like to do this soon because things. I'm sure this is not the most entertaining thing for you guys to watch. Just me standing here like, sharing a bed with pets is lovely. Sometimes, other times, you want to shut them out of the bedroom because they steal the bed. Schnitz just leans on my feet or falls asleep between my knees. Yeah, Pounce used to fall asleep in between our knees, or like he'd sleep in between the two of us, and he'd stretch out like lengthwise, so he wasn't like he was stretched out the same way as us, or he was just a little ball in between your legs, which wasn't bad. But now he's decided that now that I got a pregnancy pillow, he wants my pregnancy pillow, and he takes up the whole one side of my pregnancy pillow, and I'm just like, dude, I bought this so that my shoulders don't dislocate when I move. It would be nice to be able to not have that happen. But he's just like, no, I steal all the things. He's a something. He's a something. And Beans is the best bed. Yeah, you're the best in bed because you just snuggle right up in your arm, and then you're just a happy little bean. And she just like kind of loafs in your arm, and then she starts to fall asleep. And when she sleeps, she makes the cutest noises. She just kind of goes like a guinea pig almost. It's like, ooh, ooh. And then she'll wake up and like lick your arm, and she's just such a happy little thing. You're just a happy little bean. You're a happy little bean. Amelia either sleeps on my back, my side, or steals my whole bed. Yeah, that's kind of the Finn. He'll kind of sleep on you, or beside you on you, or the whole bed. It's like the whole bottom half of the bed is Finnegan. And then, she is such a bug bean. You're such a sweet bean. You're such a sweet bean. I pick her up, but she's in the mood right now. I can tell she's just sitting there like staring at me like, go away for a month. I hope you get this job because then I don't have to see your ugly face. Schnitz's mother snores like a human, throws me off already. Finn snores like a human. Finn snores so loud sometimes that he wakes himself up in the middle of the night thinking it's something else, and then he barks. And it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, whatever, 3 o'clock in the morning, and even if I'm awake, I'm like, dude, everybody else is asleep, shut up. He also has nightmares, and he'll just kind of, and I'm like, oh. Pounce has started snoring a little bit. It's not a super loud snore, it's more like a heavy breathing, but Tig snores.
Yeah, Tiggy Bean snores. Oh, the Bean. Hello, the Bean.
She's, oh god, she's the most hilarious little bean. Poor baby gets I don't even know what Finn gets nightmares about. We got him at 8 weeks old, so he's never, like, to my knowledge, had a bad life. He's never been abused to my knowledge, and I'm like, what are you having nightmares about? I'm like, is your food running away, or the grass is not growing anymore, so you can't eat it like a cow? Like, what's wrong with you? He's something special. He's sometimes he'll even do the dog thing where he's dreaming and his feet he does the running thing. He's never done like the ones where you see in the video where he really starts like running and then like gets up and runs into something, but his siblings traumatized him, probably stole his toys or something. I'm pretty sure it was the other way around. From all of the pictures that we got of like all the puppies when they were even like first born, you can tell right away which one's Finn, because he's just sitting there. Like, even there's one picture where I wonder if I still have it on my phone. It's so funny. It's Finn at like a few days old, maybe a few weeks old, and he's just like in the corner and he's just like the meanest looking puppy in the world. I laughed so hard when I saw it. He sent it to us to pick the puppies when we got Finn's litter. So it's a horrible picture. You're not going to really be able to see. But this is Finn's litter. It's a mass of black. You can't really tell anything. But this one right here in the front, giving a shithead eye, is Finn. He's just like got this look like he's a little turd. And then this was when we picked him up, like he was such a little turd. He would just give these looks, and he was black as I don't know if that was a sneeze or a cough or a laugh. Yeah, all you can see is vaguely dog-shaped charcoal, because he was so black that, like, this was when we brought him for his first grooming. I sent this picture to my mom, and it was one of the first pictures that we sent, and my mom was like, can you send me a better picture of him? I can't see his eyes. And I was like, his eyes are black. His nose is black. Everything about him is black. He was just a puff of black. And all of his litter was black. So, yeah, I was like, the breeder messaged us because there had been some holds for the litter, and there was 2 available. He said, there's 1 black male and 1 black female. And I had said, I want the black male. And he knew we were looking for a service dog, and he said they were both equally good for that. And I had a dream that I had a male black poodle named Finnegan, so I chose the black male. And we got Finn home, and he was like, on the drive home, which was like 3 hours, he was perfect, slept the whole way, like, amazing dog. And then, like, he was such a shithead. This memory came back up on my Facebook literally the other day. And this is what one of his activities was as a puppy. He decided that Mommy's glasses were going to be his play toy, and he literally, like, shaped them into a lump of metal And I was like, oh, I'll just reuse the lenses. No, the lenses were just shattered into plastic. Like, oh my gosh. Finn was. He was something. He was so hard to control as a puppy. He was insane. I was like, I'm going to die. This dog is gonna kill me. He drove us nuts. He was so badly behaved, and even our vet, like, because we had taken him to the emergency vet a few times because he would eat random crap. And we didn't leave it out. Like, one time we got home and somebody had come into our apartment to do some maintenance, and they knocked off a bottle of eyeglasses cleaner off of a shelf, and he chewed that and ate that and got drunk. And we had to rush him to emergency vet, and the emergency vet was like blaming us and was like, I don't think you can handle this puppy. And we were like, you don't understand. He finds things that aren't even ours, and I don't know where he gets them from. Like, he was such a jerk. You were such a big jerk. Yes. And I'm a dog trainer and a vet tech, and you made me look bad. You made me look horrendous. I'm just gonna go blow my nose, guys. My nose is like alrighty. Oh no, that dog. Yeah, Finn was like. Up until he was about 2, he was obviously, because he had his heart condition. We couldn't exercise him like a normal dog. So it was like having that excess energy. He was just like vibrating across floors and like, oh my gosh, he was a little hellion. And poodles are known to be a little extra because they're super smart, and I knew that because obviously, like, I was a vet tech. I had already done my dog training courses. Like, I knew what I was doing, but he was just like, he was a problem child. And like, even Pounce, when we got Pounce was a problem child. We didn't know that Pounce was part Bengal when we got him. We adopted him from the Humane Society, and he was just this little kitten, and he was super adorable, and we're like, oh, he's a tabby. Like, we didn't want a kitten, but he just clung to Gary like he was the last raft in humanity or something. Like, so we ended up with Pounce, and oh my gosh, he would do this random thing where he would just poof out of nowhere, like he was a magician. He would be nowhere, and then all of a sudden, poof, there was Pouncey, and he would attack your leg, and he'd just grab on it. He'd do like the kicking thing, and he'd be biting you, and we were like, ugh. Like, he was insane. Our puppy Rosie is a hellion little heathen. I hope she calms down because she is a lot. Like, she's so much more than any other puppies we raise. She's part terrier, isn't she, Silverwolf? Because if she is, then yeah, terriers tend to be a really hard time. They tend to be like super crazy. They tend to be really, really hard to kind of wrangle, and yeah, they're kind of insane. All right, Cocker Spaniel, Cross Poodle. Oh, well, there you go, Poodle. Insanely smart dogs. They can be very difficult to train just because they're so smart. And Cocker Spaniels are extremely stubborn, very stubborn dogs. I'm just trying to think like how I can do this with a full body shot without having the mess of everything. I might have to. She's a shithead, but we love her. Yeah, it's harder to bond with them sometimes, but like, you get there. It took us a little bit longer to bond with Ben than normal, but we got there, and like, I love him so much. Whenever he dies, I'm gonna be like an absolute mess.
And there's the bean. And there's the bean.
Alrighty, I think we're good to go. What? Well, just waiting for you, because I'm doing practice. That's yours. You don't want your fat butt on the camera? I don't know how I'm gonna do the slate, honestly, because the slate needs to be full body. So I might have to film the slate and yeah, and move like all the rabbit stuff there so that it's back enough that I can get like on this wall. But, so scene 1 is, yeah, you'll see the, let's set my camera here. Yeah, I double-sided it. Video. 1 of 14 should be on the back of the instruction page. It's only one line.
It's just your one?
Yeah, before you hang up. Before you press ignore button, I'm here. I'm just trying to think if I should remove my glasses. I don't think it's fine. Scene 1. Before you hit the ignore button, I'm here. Oh, come on. Haley. Sorry.
You just started.
Alright, restart. Before you hit the ignore button, I'm here. Come on.
I don't want to talk to anyone.
What's up, Buttercup?
Today was my last day at work.
You got fired?
Cuts. Why would you think I got fired? They had to make cuts. I'll get another job.
I don't care about another job. I care about you. I care that the world of nonprofit has lost a superhero. I also care about why you didn't think to tell me about this.
It's nothing. I simply didn't think to tell you.
Single child syndrome. You worried? This is the perfect time for this. One home, less travel. I see it as a win-win. This has been the best 7 months of my life. Your longest relationship, I'm proud to say. My shortest so far, but definitely the most meaningful. Okay, perhaps the most complex one. And good sex.
Sid.
Okay, then great sex. Come on. It's perfect timing. You can get it, or we can get a cat. We can name it Matthias.
You don't need to take care of me. I said I'll get a job.
Okay, we're the worst queers ever. The Queer Manifesto dictates that we move in together 3 days after we meet each other.
You want me to leave this place?
I'm on the road so much. I need somebody to water my plants, clean my house.
I'm a dick.
That's no bad. Maybe do another take of it.
Do you want?
Thank you for farting on my live stream. Thank you for farting on my live stream a second time. Before you hang up. You didn't hang up. Before you press ignore, I'm here. Okay, come on.
I don't want to talk to anyone.
What's up, Buttercup?
Today was my last day of work.
You got fired?
Cuts. Why don't you think that I got fired? They had to make cuts. I'll get another job.
I don't care about another job. I care about you. I care that the world of nonprofit has just lost a superhero. I also care about why you didn't think to tell me about this.
It's nothing. I simply didn't think to tell you.
Single child syndrome. You worried? Well, this is the perfect timing for this. One home, less travel. I see it as a win-win. This has been the best 7 months of my life. Your longest relationship, I'm proud to say. My shortest so far, but definitely the most meaningful. Okay, perhaps the most complex. And good sex.
Sid.
Okay then, great sex. Come on. It's the perfect timing. We can get a cat. Name it Matthias.
I don't need to take care of him. I said I'll get a job.
Okay, we're the worst queers ever. The Queer Manifesto dictates that we are to move in together exactly 3 days after we meet each other.
You want me to leave this place?
I'm on the road so much. I need somebody to take care of my plants. Clean my house.
What a dick.
I think that went well. Training her is tough because she's very stubborn, but she loves attention and cuddles. Use the attention-seeking behaviors to your advantage and do not act. If she's like Finn, where negative attention is any attention, then you just need to be kind of blank. Just sat here watching acting practice, shoving cheese crackers into my face hole. I'm so jealous. I miss cheese crackers. All right. Setup. What's what? Setup is where it starts and, setup. Internal. Haley's house, bedroom, night. Sid's playing guitar in bed. How do you... Haley enters wearing well-worn plaid flannel pajamas. I love it when you're in your Vic secrets. Ooh, Victoria's Secrets. Haley's cell phone rings. Unknown caller appears. She gets into bed and answers the phone. Sid hears the muffled voice on the other end. The voice is tense and erratic. Haley, Rose. Haley listens. Whose? Intelligible responses.
I guess you don't.
No. Intelligible responses. Shouldn't that be unintelligible responses? Who's that? What she die of? Silence. Listens. Haley, I can't. Can you do it without me? We hear the phone caller crying. Was it quick? She listens. Rose. Rose. Okay, yes, I'll think it over. The voice on the phone calms down. I promise, really, I will. Haley ends the call. All right. Why are you recording? Oh, probably because I did a hand thing. All right. Who's that? Oh, wait, I'm not recording. There we go. Who was that?
Rose. My sister.
You have a sister?
She wants me to come home for a meeting.
Whose?
Olga's.
And Olga is?
My mother.
I thought your mother already died. I was under the impression... Haley, I didn't think you had a family.
Blood relatives maybe, but not a family.
You have a mother.
Yeah.
have a complex array of emotions right now.
Me too.
When do you think you'll fly?
Never.
Come on, your sister. I could hear her crying all the way from over here.
She's always been with me.
Why the hell didn't I know you had family?
Blood relatives.
Family is family.
Maybe I should go. Maybe like a holiday by the ocean instead of a trip to hell. Which is probably where she's headed.
Dead or alive, hell or not, you really shouldn't talk about your mother like that.
You wouldn't say that if you met her.
Okay, let's do that again, I guess. Who was that?
Rose. My sister.
You have a sister?
She wants me to come home for a reading of the will.
Whose?
Olga's.
And Olga is?
My mother.
Haley. I was under the impression that you didn't have a family.
Blood relatives maybe, but not a family.
You have a mother.
Had.
I'm feeling a complex array of emotions right now.
Me too.
When do you think you'll fly?
Never.
Come on. Your sister. I could hear her all the way over here.
She's always been needy.
Why the hell didn't you tell me that you had a family? That's not my line. Yeah, it is my line. Why the hell didn't I tell you? Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Who was that?
Rose. My sister.
Okay, you have a sister?
She wants me to come home for a reading of the will.
Oops.
Olga's.
And Olga is?
My mother.
I thought your mother was already dead. Haley, I was under the impression that you didn't have a family.
Blood relatives maybe, but none.
You have a mother.
Had.
I am feeling a complex array of emotions right now.
Me too.
When do you think you'll fly?
Never.
Come on, your sister. I could hear her crying all the way over here.
She's always been needy.
Why the hell didn't you tell me you had a family?
Blood relatives.
Family is family.
Maybe I should go. Maybe like a holiday by the ocean instead of a trip to hell. Which is probably where she's headed.
Dead or alive, hell or not, you shouldn't talk about your mother that way.
You wouldn't say that if you met her.
Yep. For your information.
There's one more scene left.
There's one more scene left? Why don't we just finish it then? Okay, well you can walk around. Somebody's drowning! I probably should edit these anyway. There you go. There we go. There you go, Jumpy. Let's put you. You're fine there. Let's move you here. It's okay, Fluffy. Let mommy just put your chair back. Let mommy just put your chair back and hang up her Hogwarts coat. way my laptop doesn't explode. There we go. There we go. I think that went pretty decent. I don't know. It's not bad. It wasn't bad. Jetfest is back. Oh yay, we missed you, Jetfest. Finnegan, get out of the trash. Finnegan is not a trash panda. I will grab these. I'm gonna upload these, and we can just chat while I'm uploading these, which could take for who knows how long. And then I'll start the editing of it as well while we're doing this, so that you guys can see that. I think that went okay. I think it was good. Enter Finn. Poor guy, having some issues tonight apparently. Google Drive. Auditions. You can be removed. Move the bin. Upload. Let's just upload that one. I don't know which ones are which. So yeah, when you're training your puppy, Silverwolf, if she's the kind of puppy that gets really excited about any attention, let alone negative attention, you'll just have to do kind of doing a neutral thing. What we had to do with Finn is when he was a puppy, he couldn't do anything that was even negative attention. He would take that as reinforcement, so we would just have to put him on a timeout, and we didn't even acknowledge him. We would just take him, put him in the timeout. Not even giving him any direction or anything, because he would just, right off the bat, he would just go into like, yeah, that's positive attention. There we go. All right. He was such a jerk. That one's uploading. I don't think that's one to be. We'll see. That one's uploading. And that one is uploading. What kind of cheese and crackers did you have, Silverwolf? I love cheese and crackers. I miss crackers so much. I miss cheese. Crackers is just whatever. I can eat crackers. I do limit my glucose. I do limit my intake of gluten. Gluten is what I limit. But I should turn off the hall light. I should turn off the hall light.
Tigger diggers.
We'll also close this so that Grandpa can have some peace and quiet. There we go. Cheddar cheese. If anybody ever has any recommendations for, I don't know what to call them, dairy alternative cheeses, I would love that, because I really, really do miss cheese. And I do still like to eat cheese on like burgers and like all that kind of stuff. I'm not a vegan. My body cannot tolerate dairy. Sometimes I still do it, but when I'm on set, and going to be on set, like in the week or so beforehand, I do not eat dairy, and I limit my gluten just so that way I don't shit myself while I'm on set, because with Ehlers-Danlos, your body tends to really hate things for some reason, and my body just hates food. Sometimes it's not a big deal, but sometimes it's really bad. And like the other day we went out for pho, Not with Jackie, thank God, because God forbid I had a 2-hour drive back with this. A few days before. Dairy alternatives for convenience, for cheese, sorry. For cheese. I had hot soup, so pho, and then I also had a cold drink. I just got a pop, and I'm fine with pop, but the combination of the two different temperatures made my digestive system very, very, very angry. And I had the worst gut issues for about 5 hours after. I don't understand. I don't get it. It's not fun. Dairy alternatives for convenience. Yeah, I know. I don't make sense. Cheese, right. Sorry, you probably said it right. My hearing didn't hear it. It's also that I sometimes speak really loudly or really unclearly or really XYZ. And I sometimes get this accent and I don't know where it's coming from, but it's definitely not a Canadian accent. It's some weird approximation of, like, I don't even know, like, Scottish. I don't know where it comes from because I'm not Scottish. I live in Canada. I live like 2 hours away from Jackie. So I don't understand. Me and Jackie should sound the same. Only Jackie should sound a little bit different because she's Francais. She the Francais. Cheese, though, is my, like... I miss cheese so much. Me and cheese don't get along. Ice cream, I found that I'm actually doing really well with ice cream. I don't have real ice cream very often. I know, I thought I was lactose intolerant, and then I did this, my doctor had me do like the FODMAP thing or whatever, where you exclude like 50 things from your diet, including dairy. And then when you go off of that diet, you're supposed to introduce things back like one at a time, really slowly. And when I went back to dairy, I went back to lactose-free dairy right off the bat. I didn't go with regular dairy. And I reacted to lactose-free dairy, so my doctor thinks that it's not an allergy because it doesn't happen every time. But because of my Ehlers-Danlos, he suspects that there's just... my body's just kind of like... who knows? Cheese is really good, though. Canada, if you ever come to Canada and you're in the area, we will take you for cheese curds. Cheese curds, if you don't know what they are these little nuggets of goodness. And it's like... how do you describe a cheese curd? The best thing that I could equate it to is, like, before they make the cheese, they get the curds, obviously, and then they put it all together and they push the cheese curds into a block of cheese. And this is before, and they salt it, and you just get their, like, little, like, nuggets and little beans and stuff of cheese curds. And they're so good, and when you eat them, your mouth squeaks. And it's, like, the freaking best thing in the world. Where's my phone? There it is. I will show you guys what a cheese curd looks like. They are so good, and they're juicier than cheese. I say questionably. They're really, like, something else. And we put them on poutine. So actually, this is the best brand of cheese curds. St. Albert's cheese curds are really close to Ottawa, and they're super, super good. Yeah, it's a bit like halloumi, but it's not quite like... this is what they look like. It's essentially just like shredded cheese. Oh gosh, that is horrendous. You guys can't see that, can you? There we go. It's just like these nuggets of cheese, and we put them on poutine, and some people deep fry them,
and oh, they're wetter than regular cheese, but they're not soft cheese like a goat cheese. They're still the same kind of texture as like cheddar cheese. Yeah, they're cheese nuggets. And then you bread them and you deep fry them and they get melty and they're so good. But if you just eat them on their own, like in a poutine or just on their own, they're saltier than regular cheese and they're a bit more wet, I guess, is the best way to describe it. And you just, when you put them in your mouth, they just like they squeak, and it's so good. They're fantastic, and it's like a weakness. They're the best thing by far in cheese, and I don't know that I will ever be able to not do cheese curds. But yeah, when we got married, we wanted to do deep fried cheese curds, but could not find deep fried cheese curds. I think my husband's going to get some cheese curds, actually. I think he bought some with groceries today. It's like, they're so delicious. They're fantastic. Here in Canada, we have a lot. Like, I found that there's the, I don't know if you guys have them. It's Ben and Jerry's, and they have the dairy alternative ice creams, and I find they're actually really delicious. Canada is really bizarre for food. It depends on where you go. So it's kind of like the US. Poutine isn't like, so Jackie lives in Quebec, and Quebec is where, like, Quebecers will always say that if you do not get poutine in Quebec, it's not real poutine. Oh no. Did we freeze? Ah, there we go. Yeah, so if you don't get, what in the heck is the Twitch the only one acting up? I think so. Bizarre. So Canada, yeah, is really bizarre because there's some things that you can only get in certain places of Canada. And like butter tarts, if you go to Quebec area, Ontario area, you'll get butter tarts there. But if you go to like BC, they have no idea what butter tarts are. And butter tarts, for those of you who don't know, are just like, it's a tart, and it's like sugar pie, if you know what that is. It's just like this sugary filling, and it's kind of like a butterscotchy flavor, and sometimes it has walnuts in it, sometimes it's raisins. They're really fantastic. And then sometimes they do them with maple syrup, which is really nice. But as far as poutine, if you want the most realistic and best poutine, Quebecers say that if you don't get it in Quebec, it is not real poutine. That being said, I mean, if you want the best foods, I would say go to like the area where like Jackie and I live, or if you're wanting to do a different area, the Niagara, Toronto area is really good. They have a lot of wineries there. Toronto actually has Michelin star restaurants. There's a lot of good food in that area. But in terms of like poutine, I'd say the Ontario, Quebec places are going to be your best poutine. I mean, everywhere kind of does it. I don't know that poutine is so widely known now that I don't think you would have a bad experience of poutine anywhere in Canada. Some places will do it with shredded cheese. That is not a real poutine. In order for it to be poutine, it has to be fries, brown gravy, and cheese curds. And then some places will do things like a bacon poutine, or you have like butter chicken poutine and stuff like that, and they'll make riffs on it, which are really fantastic. But if you want, it depends on where you're going when you go to Canada. Because if you're traveling to like the Maritimes, They have really great seafood, but that's probably about what you're gonna get out of the Maritimes. If you're doing Quebec, Ontario, you're gonna get a more broad range of foods. And then if you go to the prairies, just don't. Just don't. And then I'd say the other big touristy place would be like BC, Vancouver, which has a lot of wineries and stuff too. But you're not gonna get the foods that you would necessarily like. The poutine and stuff might not be as authentic. BC's got more of a cultural thing, so they don't necessarily they don't know what butter tarts are, so I don't know. I would say your best place for foods though is probably either the Niagara region. Like I said, they have a lot of wineries there, craft breweries. Ontario has a lot of craft breweries. And then you're also got really nice restaurants in the Niagara region, lots of wine tasting, and a lot of the wineries and craft breweries will like grab a chef from a local restaurant or something, and they'll do tastings with. Where did you say to avoid like the plague? If you're gonna avoid one place in Canada, I would say anything in the north, because like who wants to go there? It's cold. I'm sure it's fantastic, but I've never been. I wouldn't. I don't know that there's one place that I would really avoid, but the most boring place I would say would definitely be the prairies, because then you're gonna have like, it's just literally flat ground for ages and you don't see anything in any direction. There's not really much in terms of like cuisine. It's not one of the up and coming places. Like I'm sure there's some good restaurants, but it's not like the Michelin star restaurants are all in the Toronto area, which is Ontario. There's just not much going on in the prairies, so I would say if you're gonna avoid any place, I would avoid there. It's not exciting. Like the only thing that's exciting in the prairies, I think, is there's the dinosaur park, where there's like, I think you can maybe dig up a dinosaur, possibly. I'm not really sure. I've never been. They have like Banff and stuff, which are really, really pretty. But other than that, like it's not necessarily, it's going to be overpriced because it's kind of really touristy. Not that Niagara wouldn't be, but then like the Niagara region, you're at least going to have other things that aren't just like a one-day thing. You have multiple things. Toronto has so many different things and cultures. It's where a lot of the filming stuff happens in Canada. There's Canada's Wonderland, which is kind of not, it's not a theme park. It's just a park. It has roller coasters and stuff. It's not like Disney, but you could do that. You could do the wine tours. You could do brewery tours. There's so many different things to do in the Toronto area. Even Ottawa now, where I live, there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of different things that you can see. There's natural stuff. There's more food stuff. There's a lot of museums. So there's multiple things. Montreal, where Jackie is, same thing. You have a lot of different experiences, whereas when you go to like Banff, you see the lake, and that's kind of it. And yeah, it's pretty, but like my old boss went for a weekend, saw it, and that was it. So it's not like super out there, not super, you're gonna pay a lot of money because everything's so kind of isolated out there and it's super like hoity-toity. BC, you could probably do a few things, but you're isolated. So BC's on the one coast opposite of the Maritimes. Like you wouldn't have anything but BC to do. You'd have to take another plane to like Ontario or something to do stuff. What some people will do is, if they're planning like for you, what you could possibly do is, depending on where your flight's coming from, you might land, sometimes they land in like BC first before they land in like Toronto, Montreal. So what some people will do is have like a few days of a layover in BC and then come for the rest of their trip to Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto area. But I mean, I live in Ottawa, which is 2 hours away from Montreal, which is where Jackie is, and then Toronto is 4 hours away, 5 hours away, depending on where you go from Ottawa. So it's still like you could do a quick ride there or whatever within a day. It's not like you'd be having to hop a plane necessarily. It's, I would say Toronto, Montreal, Old Quebec is really cool too. There's a lot of really neat things if you like history. La Vieux Quebec has like the pre-Canada stuff. So like when we were still part of the monarchy, you'd see a lot of really old buildings there. Really fantastic area to go in the winter. They have the big snow festivals and stuff like that in that area. Montreal also has a really big the character's called that Bonhomme de Neige, which is the snowman, but he's really interesting. But I don't know that if you're coming from somewhere like the UK or the EU that I would come to Canada in the dead of winter, because it can get to like -30, -40 degrees with wind chill in our region. BC, you'd be fine because it's closer to British weather in BC, but Ontario and Quebec, dead of winter, you're gonna freeze your buttocks off. You're gonna have to land in Canada and then buy more clothes to be like a winter jacket or something to be warm enough, because it's definitely really, really cold. Fall is a really interesting time to come, because that's when all of the maple syrup stuff starts to happen. I don't even have a passport yet. I have a passport, but unfortunately I don't know where it is. It went poof. Not that that matters, because I need a new passport anyways, because I just changed my name. So I'm waiting on my new birth certificate to come in with my new name, and then I will be redoing my passport, which hopefully I won't need a passport for this role. Because I'm flying within Canada, I don't think I will. But if they want one, I'll be like... And I mean, hey, like I told Reagan and all them, if Inside Self does really well, I'll be making some plans to have some of you guys come over. I know some of you are just over on the American side, so that wouldn't be too hard. Like Jules could probably just drive on up to Toronto. I think she's only like 3 hours away from Toronto. And we can have a good fun time. We can make it a whole thing. But we'll see. Yeah, getting a passport's kind of annoying. I don't know what it's like in different parts of the world, but here, you have to have a guarantor, and then you have to go get a picture, and the picture is so specific that it's just kind of ridiculous. And it's like, oh, guys. Oh, Muff. We got new babies at the rescue. And Jackie would love them because they're all named after turtles. We got them all named after the turtles. I would definitely apply for your passport, though, Silver, because that's going to be fantastic. I don't know what the timeline is so much with Inside Self. Hopefully soon we'll start picking things up, but we'll see. It is what it is. Hopefully soon we'll have it, and then we can get some of you guys to Canada, and then we can have a good old-fashioned fun time, and hey-ho, let's go. I'm still waiting for the uploading of the videos, so my nose is so itchy. Like all of you. Hi, my beans. Beans? Everybody loves a bean. Bevy! Hey, Bevy! I never left the UK. I went out for a little visit to eat food that isn't something I can order on just here. Yeah, I mean, Canadian food, I have heard that British food is like, don't go to Britain if you want to eat good food. I don't know how true that is. But how you doing, Bevy? I'm just waiting for my auditions to upload here so that I can edit them so you can see what you missed. Wasn't that good, but I'm sure Silver will say otherwise. Silver is thinking about coming to Canada at some point, and I think Canada's neat. It's kind of like the US for food, where you kind of have regional stuff, but it's not super like the US, where you get like the South is so different from the North or whatever. It's just kind of little differences. Other than that, it's kind of a lot like the US. We like fried stuff. We do fried dough, and we call it a beaver tail because it's in the shape of a beaver tail. And then you put like, some people just do a bit of lemon on it. Some people do cinnamon sugar. Some people do maple syrup. Like, there's so many different things. Fish and chips, beans on toast. I love beans on toast. Beans on toast is like one of my favorite things in the world. Haggis is also one of my favorite things in the world, which is bizarre. I don't know why. But fish and chips, man, I've heard you guys. Yeah, I'm Scottish, so I am Scottish lineage, not actually, I guess, Scottish. Haggis, I love haggis. I had it for the first time after I did the kilt run, when I did this guy. One of the rewards for finishing the race was a haggis burger, and it was the first time I had ever had it, and I was like, I don't know, like, I don't know what to think of this. I know that there's a lot of offal in there, and like, I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Kind of tastes like breakfast sausage for any of you who don't know what haggis tastes like. It's got a lot of spices similar to that breakfast sausage taste, and I just thought it was fantastic. Which is bizarre because I actually don't like breakfast sausage. I hate it. I think it is disgusting. I am the weirdest person in the world. Oh yeah, haggis is not something a vegetarian or vegan could eat. It's very reminiscent of sausage in that regard too. If you're very picky about the texture of things, and you don't like sausage, you probably wouldn't like haggis. It's kind of mealy, I guess would be the right word for it. It's a few different meats. Sorry, not meats. It's made with ground meat and then a few different ground offals. So there's like kidney, heart, not brain. Kidney, heart, and then there's one other thing in it. I can't quite, lung. I think it's lung. And then it's all mashed up with oats and spices, and it's boiled in a sheep's stomach. And it makes this like loaf. And like I said, I think it's fantastic. I was so iffy about it the first time I tried it. I was like, this is going to be disgusting. I am going to hate this. Which I don't know why I thought that, because I don't usually have a problem with sausage, but nope, I loved it. And I'm the only one in my house that will eat it, so. Mind you, I live with very, very picky men who don't eat, like, anything.
Bean Bean, what are you doing? What are you doing, Bean Bean?
Are you attention seeking? Are you attention seeking? Do you want to come out and say hello? Tiggy beans. Black pudding, yes. From my understanding, the US has black pudding. And I don't know if it's only some cultures that do it, or if it's a southern thing, or what, but I'm pretty sure that the US has black pudding. Yeah, you guys have head pudding too, which is head cheese, isn't it? Head pudding? I think head pudding is similar to head cheese in Canada, where you boil the head of something and then it makes like this pate that you put on toast. It's an interesting thing. I'm pretty sure it's very similar. Head pudding. Head pudding. It just sounds so bizarre. Like, would you like some head pudding today? Auditions. Alright, let's download you. Download anyways. There we go. Boiled head turned into sauce. Yeah, so head pudding is, I think it's called head cheese here. You boil, traditionally, I believe it is made out with pig's head. You boil the head, and it kind of, all the fat and the excess meat and everything kind of just floats up, I guess, or something. I don't know. It makes this gelatinous stuff. It's kind of a lot like liver pate, but it's milder. And then you put it on toast. It's really fantastic. Black pudding, though, I'm pretty sure is in some areas of the U.S. And black pudding is blood pudding. And it's, yeah, I've never had it myself, but I've heard that it's actually fantastic. My husband has had it, and he says it's disgusting. But, I mean, he's picky as all get out, so I'm not surprised that he would think that it's disgusting. Let's move you to live gaming, so that way you guys can see while I edit this video. Now I've got to... How did she say this was supposed to be edited? Everything was supposed to be on its own thing. Hi, Tigger D. Tigger D's. Oh, the binkies. That's the biggest binky I think I've ever seen you do. I know it's supposed to be my name. First name, last name. Separately, 6 files. Name it first name, last name, scene 1, take 1. Okay. Add project name. Oh. Micah Valentini. Scene 1. Haley Rose. Sid. Scene 1. Thank you. Scene. Wow, 1. Take 1. This is ridiculous. How am I gonna upload these all at one time? I'm pretty sure Acta. Oh, I'm sorry, Bevy. What are you sick with? Pickled pig's feet? I don't even know how to do that. Like, how do you eat a pickled pig's foot? It's a pickled pig's foot.
Watching acting practice, shoving cheese crackers into my face hole. I'm so jealous. What?
I don't think this is scene 1. Alrighty. Beans. I've eaten squirrel, not its brains though. Are squirrel brains edible? I think this is scene 2.
Watching acting practice.
Wow, this is a great video.
What's what?
What's that?
He enters wearing well-worn plaid flannel pajamas.
Is this literally the video that I didn't think?
Intelligible.
Yeah.
The
I don't
voice
think-
on the phone calms down. I promise, really, I will.
That is not one that I wanted. Alright. Move to trash. Trash! Let's go back to Google Drive. I don't remember what number that was. Let us check. Let us check downloads. 53. Delete you. 53. Remove. Download. You guys! You doing okay? Beans. Still gamey and bony. Squirrel is a rodent, and for those of you who don't know, rabbits are not a rodent. They are a lagomorph. 1 minute left. Dear gosh. My downloading, I need to call my internet provider because the downloading is ridiculous on my computer. Or on everything, actually. Hi, Bean Beans. Alright. Download away. Okay, while that's downloading, let's switch you back to live crafting. There we go. Rabbits are lagomorphs and not rodents, although they do feature a lot of the same qualities as rodents. They are not considered rodents. Oh, Bean the Bean. Bean the Bean. The squirrel is the mortal enemy of my chihuahua. Yeah, lagomorph. It is, instead of being a rodent, they are considered a lagomorph. I actually, here, let's Google that. The difference between lagomorph and rodents. Lagomorphs, different from rodents in both dentition and jaw structure. Unlike rodents, they have 2 rows of upper incisors, and upper maxillary arcades lie further apart than the mandibular arcades, meaning that only one side of the cheek teeth can be occluded at one time. So they have more teeth, and they can be more they can't pouch on more than one side. I know some people do eat rodents, and I'm not really sure why. I've never had squirrel before, but I've heard of multiple people have eaten squirrel. I have heard of people eating a possum too, which to me is like, why? Why would you want to eat an opossum? Isn't that like a trash panda? Aren't they supposed to be like trash pandas? There we go. We put you on. Oh, that's a great start. Look at that. I'm not sure that this is...
Hi, my name is Micah Valentini. I am 5'4". My agency is Book It Talent. I'm located in Ottawa, and I am triple vaccinated for COVID.
I think this was a different audition.
Oh God.
Yes. This was for a different audition. I was like, I don't remember filming without my glasses. Well then, geez. Googles. The Googles. It's gotta be. Did I not record the second tape? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure they're fine to eat, but I just don't know that it would be the most palatable thing to eat necessarily. I'm sure that you have to doctor them up quite a bit. There's a golden lint bunny in my kitchen. I want to eat it, but it's not by chocolate. Oh gosh, how long has it been there? That's the rule of thumb. If it has been there for a while, then you're good. Why is this? Okay. In my area, we have burgoo, which is just whatever meat and veg you have thrown into a pot. Ooh, is that like what do you call it? Goulash? You just whatever. You just throw it all in a pot, and you're like, let's go. Burgoo. That kind of sounds like, I bet it's delicious. It just sounds bizarre. You just throw it on it. Like, is there a consistency to it? Or is there, like, you just literally toss in whatever? It's been there since Easter, but I might cause an argument if I ate it. I mean, it's been there since Easter, man. To me, that's fair game, but, you know, don't get the hate. Or find out who it belongs to and ask. That might be a better thing to do. Then you won't be causing an argument. And be like, hey, do you not want this? I will eat it for you. Oh yeah, goulash. Stone soup. Stone soup. Gotta love that soup. Isn't there a book called Stone Soup? Oh dear God. What, my beans? Are you wanting the nummies? Are you wanting some nummies? Okay, let's get you some nummies. Oh, hi, Google. You down there? There you go. Let's give you some nummies. Let's give you guys some nummies. Give you nummies. Gotta feed everybody. Yeah, we gotta feed everybody. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. All right. I love that story. I know who it belongs to. I've asked before and they still want it, but they still haven't touched it. It's been there since Easter. I bet Jules is a good cook. She looks like she'd be a great cook. Hi, fuzzers. Let's feed your fuzzers. Let's feed the fuzzers. Let's feed the fuzzers. All right. Buzz Lightyear. Here you go, bud. You want a buddy? Here you go. Jules just seems like a really creative chef. She just kind of like, man, let's go. Ooh. I know this is probably back to boring for you guys, but I'm just waiting for it to upload. Like, it's just going so slow. Bun buns. All the eating bun buns. Oh God, it's always so slow. Alright, we'll just keep doing the stitching until we... I love how I keep showing you guys things on my phone and it just doesn't even show them because the light's too bright. Such a jerk. Such a jerk. There we go. Oh. In the apocalypse, when Jules' cooking abilities and the zombie mobile will be fine. I'm pretty sure we will be fine. Jules is nuts. I'm pretty sure that almost nothing could take out Jules. We would be okay. We'd be like, alrighty then. I'm trying to find where this... I think this is it. I don't know what I'm doing. Did I already, like... I'm so confused. And with everyone's Fortnite abilities, we could take out zombies. And I can do all the healing stuff because, I mean, theoretically, I've been able to do that. As a vet tech, I had to do surgery stuff, so... Yeah, I think we'd be okay. I mean, we just have to find antibiotics and stuff, probably. I don't like this highlighter because I can't read the things underneath it. I'm so confused. I'm like, where am I? What have I done? Oh, right here. Some antibiotics are made with bread. I suppose if we watch Outlander, I'm pretty sure she does that, so maybe we should just watch Outlander and figure that one out. Jules is the human equivalent of a Swiss Army knife. Yeah, you're not wrong. Jules is, like, insane. I don't understand, like, how anything like Jules exists. She's so amazing. Jules is such an amazing human being, and she underplays that all the time, and I don't understand why. I'm like, Jules, you should accept that you're amazing, and you are awesome, and everybody loves you. There we go. Auditions. One finally uploaded. Auditions. Thank you. Download. Download. There we go. For legal reasons, I am talking about making medication for an apocalyptic survival scenario. Yeah, Twitch, if you give us crap for, like, trying to want to figure out how to make antibiotics and not... I mean, we were talking about it being in the apocalypse, like... Oh, Twitch. Twitch is something else. Gotta love it. I'm like, oh no, oh. My needle. Where did it go? God forbid. I don't know how we're gonna get you over from the UK though, if we're post-apocalyptic. Okay. This is the plan. If we know shit's going down, we're gonna have to make a plan that we're all together in one area so that we don't have to commute in the middle of an apocalypse. Because that would not be good. So we need a place. We'd have to be like, this is where we're going in the apocalypse. I don't know where the best place to go in an apocalypse would be. Probably not the US. What is the least inhabited place? Canada's got a lot of land, so we could do it here. And I mean, the frozen tundra would be like, if we go to the frozen tundra, then zombies probably couldn't survive in the frozen tundra, I would imagine. Yay, welcome back, Bevy. Chat highlight settings. Oh. Look at that. Interesting. There's new highlight settings on chat. I'm going to Australia. Yeah, Australia probably wouldn't be a bad place to go either. They would survive, but they would really slow to frozen. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Australia has all the frozen stuff, though. Or not the frozen stuff, the poison stuff. So, I don't know how I feel about Australia. It might be a bit much. Let's go back to Canada. There we go. Projects. I think this is actually one of the ones that we can, there we go. Close you. Upload the file, and let that upload while you watch. I just did it again, didn't I? This is just the one that was.
In bed. How do you? What is?
God damn it. Move to trash. I'm really great at this. Oh my gosh. Drive. Auditions. Wait, that was a different one. Downloads. Okay, what's this? I'm so confused.
Scene 1.
Okay, no, that is the right. Why is that? Upload files. Thank you. Alright. Let that load. That's a downside. I love technology. If they stop moving, or they might just stay up freeze. Upside to zombie apocalypse, no technology. I mean, the thing with no technology, though, is that we lose a lot of good things with technology, like communication devices, medical devices, power. That would be nice things to have, because then you could, like, not have to rely on fire to cook or stuff like that, because that's going to be a difficult thing to have fire and not have zombies be aware of you. Are you going to Australia to be with Reagan Leaf? I mean, the good thing about Australia, though, is that you wouldn't have cold temperatures, really. So you wouldn't have to worry about freezing to death. I mean, we have the zombie mobile, right? So if we have a generator, then we have the zombie mobile. I mean, I feel like Jules is just going to be, like, running over the zombies, so I feel like that would be interesting. She's just going to be eating all the zombies like she does in Fortnite. Oh my god, she's comical, man. She's something else. She is something else. Oh, you're not gonna. Ah, nope.
Scene 1. Before you hit the ignore button, I'm here. Oh, come on. Haley. Sorry.
You just started.
Alright, restart.
There, split page. Let's get rid of you.
Ignore button. I'm here. Before you hit the ignore button, I'm here. Come on.
I don't want to talk to you.
What's up, Buttercup?
Today was my last day.
You got fired?
Cuts. Why would you think I had to make cuts? I didn't know.
I don't care about another job. I care about you. I care that the world of nonprofit has lost a superhero. I also care about why you didn't think to tell me about this.
It's nothing. I simply didn't think to tell you.
Single child syndrome. You worried? This is the perfect time for this. One home, less travel. I see it as a win-win. This has been the best 7 months of my life. Your longest relationship, I'm proud to say. My shortest so far, but definitely the most meaningful. Okay, perhaps the most complex one. And good sex.
Sid.
Okay, then great sex. Come on. It's perfect timing. You can get it, or we can get a cat. We can name it Matthias.
You don't need to take care of me. It's not a good job.
Okay, we're the worst queers ever. The Queer Manifesto dictates that we move in together 3 days after we meet each other.
You want me to leave this place?
I'm on the road so much. I need somebody to water my plants, clean my house.
You dick.
Alright, that's one take. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that. You think so? Yeah, I'm gonna download it anyways. And, we'll get rid of that. Download you.
Before you hit the ignore button, I'm here.
Okay, whatever. We'll go back home then, because it's already edited, so I can do that later. We'll do take 2. Alright, move string just for a minute. Micah Valentini. Haley Rose. Scene 1, take 2. There we go. Uploads, videos. Wait, what? Did I delete that? Okay. Upload you again. There we go. I don't know. I don't think I'm
Scene
that bad of an actor. I guess I'm a professional actor, so I have to be decent enough that I'm not a bad actor.
You worried? My shortest so we can get a cat. We can name it Matthias. The Queer Manifesto. I'm on the road so much. I need somebody to water my plants, clean my house. Not bad. Maybe do another take of it. Thank you for farting on my live stream. Thank you for farting on my live stream the second time. Before you hang up. You didn't hang up. Before you press. You didn't hang up.
Split page. There we go. Where did the split go? Oh, there it is. Delete you. Oh, well, no, I didn't want you to.
Before you press ignore, I'm here. Okay, come on. What's up, Buttercup? You got fired?
Cuts, right? I don't think I got fired. I had me cuts. I didn't know you.
I don't care about another job. I care about you. I care that the world of nonprofit has just lost a superhero. I also care about why you didn't think to tell me about this.
Something didn't do to tell you.
Single child syndrome. You worried? Well, this is the perfect timing for this. One home, less travel. I see it as a win-win. This has been the best 7 months of my life. Your longest relationship, I'm proud to say. My shortest so far, but definitely the most meaningful. Okay, perhaps the most complex. And good sex. Okay then, great sex. Come on. It's the perfect timing. We can get a cat. Name it Matthias.
I'm gonna take care of you. Something to do.
Okay, we're the worst queers ever. The Queer Manifesto dictates that we are to move in together exactly 3 days after we meet each other.
You want me to leave this place?
I'm on the road so much. I need somebody to take care of my plants. Clean my house.
I think I like that one better. I mean, I can upload as many as I want. Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty. Oh, thanks, Bevy. I'm still going to Australia. We'd steal Reagan and Juji too. I'm glad you're deciding not. I mean, we would all be safer together, and I can, I guess with my interesting acting skills, I can pretend to infiltrate the zombie colonies and gain them as our allies. Interesting. Alright. That needs to load until it can save, so I'm just gonna let that load for nice. For nice. I don't know if I'm actually that good of an actor, to be honest. I like to think I'm a good enough actor because I am a professional actor, but, and my agent has not fired me yet. But we'll see. Oh, did we get a bot? Look at that, we got a bot! Oh, free girls. Gotta let them girls. You wouldn't be bad if you're a pro. I mean, I guess. I'm not like Tom Cruise good, I guess. I think I'm good enough. This is so I was saying this earlier, I guess you weren't in the chat, Betty. This is a main character role for an ACTRA project. ACTRA is kind of like SAG in Canada. Tom Cruise isn't Tom Cruise good. That's probably true. And he's a Scientologist, so that's kind of bizarre. But this is for a TV show that's an ACTRA production, so that's really, it's the union for actors in Canada. I'm not part of ACTRA yet. You need to have so many credits before they will allow you to join, which means I'll have to buy into this and buy a permit to be on set, which is probably going to be like $1,000, but I mean, that's fine. The rates are really fantastic. It's about $3,000 some odd a week for a main character speaking role. So I'm like, hey, this is fantastic. Obviously, I'm gonna do it. I choked on my ice cream mochi. Yeah, actors make bank money. The bad thing is with acting, though, is that you don't have consistent work if you're not like Tom Cruise. So the last job that I had was a commercial in August, and I got paid $3,000 for that. By the time I got my my fees taken off from my agency, I came down to about $2,500. They have to buy you out because anything that they say you can't work on competitor products, frequently in commercials they will do this. They'll say like, because it was for a bank, I for the next year cannot work with any other bank commercials. So they have to give you a fee because they're saying that you can't work with others. If it was just a non-ACTRA TV show, depending on what the budget is, you could be really all over the place for what you're going to be making for a role. I have it that I will not be in anything that I make less than $1,000, just because none of it is in Ottawa here. So I have to travel. And for small TV shows and commercials and stuff, they don't pay for your accommodation and your travel expenses. So it cost me about $600 to do one night in Toronto in a hotel and to get a train there. So I want to be able to make some money, but yeah. It's not that big of a deal. For anything ACTRA, though, like this TV show, it'll be filming in Nova Scotia, which is like 15 hours away from where I am by drive. I'd probably plane. Usually for ACTRA stuff like that, they will pay your accommodations. Because this is a main character, I'd be gone for a month. I actually would be slated for leaving in the next week. I'd have to be gone from November 2nd to like the 17th, I think, of December. So all my accommodations for something like that would be paid, and my travel. So you make good money, but then like I could be, who knows how long before I book something else. So it's a little bit different. But with something like this, I will get credits, and I can, after so many credits, I can apply to be part of ACTRA, which means that I will only do ACTRA projects, which means going forward I will have everything, accommodations paid and everything, which is really nice. But which is why I said at whatever point that I would have you guys obviously flown out to Canada for Inside Self once we get moving on that, once we have the launch party for that. But it's Inside Self is still a little bit in the, this is a TV show. It's interesting concept of a TV show. I don't know, I saw the passport talk, but I don't think I would need one. I'm not sure if you would need one to come into Canada, actually. I know I need one to go to the States, but I think that's a US thing, not necessarily a Canada thing. Um, yeah, this is a TV show. I'm not sure where it's going to be streaming or who is producing it. Sometimes you'll find out what Discovery or the network will be producing it, but I don't know in this instance. I can look again, but I don't think it's posted. Actors Access. And don't worry about me posting my name, obviously. I know that usually that's a big no-no, but in this case, my name is actually a stage name, and it is not my legal name. It is associated to my legal name for the government, but it is not my legal name. Yeah, it doesn't say at this point where or who will be producing, but I can always request that I get the information or the completed series, and I can always use that to send to my friends. So I usually will do that. I still haven't gotten my stuff from my other job, so that's why you guys haven't seen that yet. Bevy Mulroy, that is your legal name. Micah is going to be my legal name. It is not yet. I just applied for my name change. I love how you just uploaded one thing, Google. But I have not gotten my name change yet. And then yeah, Michael will be my legal first name, and then Valentini is my adopted last name, but it has never been my legal name. Yep, is Silver. Honestly, having the first name Silver would be quite fantastic. I think that would be fantastic. You're saved. Okay, then let's go back to Canada Home. I am waiting for the other thing. No, I don't want to download that again. Remove. There we go. I'm waiting for the other files to download here. That is not the one. That's the other take. So the other take is currently uploading. I don't think I know your first legal name, Silver. I actually don't think I do. I don't think I know it. My legal name is Melissa right now. It sucks. I hate it. I'm changing it. It will be my middle name, but no. No more Melissa. Screw that. I hate it. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably a Silver out there. That is their legal name. I used to always hate Beverly. Was Beverly your full name, Bevy? My sister-in-law's name is Beverly. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've hated my name for as long as I've had it, pretty much, so I don't blame you on that one. But when I went through the trauma of my childhood, it really put a really nasty connotation on my name, and it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So I was like, you know what, I'm changing it. I want it to be gender neutral anyways, because I like to be able to play more masculine sides as well. So I was like, I'm going with Micah, because then I can still be called Mia. So I was like, done. and I just submitted everything for my name change, and I'm just waiting for it to come back. Which hopefully it comes back soon, because then I need to apply for my passport. So that way, if I get another job for, like, you know, Mexico or something, they're like, I don't have to say no because I don't have a passport. Kinda crappy. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Why does it take so long for all of my things to upload? Oh my gosh. I wish there was a more direct way that I could upload these things on my computer, but I did not think of that, and I don't have a USB port. I hated Beverly because of the Larchester women. Beverly Hills was... yeah, my sister-in-law says the same thing. That guys would always tease her in high school and call her that. Abby's not bad. I don't mind Abby. But then it depends. Like, if Abby is short for Abigail, like, I would hate it if my name was Abigail. I'm not... I don't know. I don't like the older sounding names. I don't know why. I love Abby, though. Abby is really nice. I'm trying to think, like, if we ever had kids, I had said, which is weird because I just said I hate older sounding names, I said that I would want to name my son Oliver, and I would want to name my daughter Bree. But Gary hates the name Bree, so we decided on Marcelly. Just Abby. It's just Abby. It's more common now that you see, like, nicknames as a legal first name instead of the whole name, like Abigail or Mel. I've met a few Mels now, and they're always like, nope, my name's just Mel, and I'm like, lucky you. You didn't get Melanie or Melissa or... Yeah, that would be like me. A lot of people always, when I went by Mel instead of Mia, everybody always assumed my name was Melanie and not Melissa, and I'd be like, do not call me Melanie. Like, I hate you. Go away. Don't even. Melanie, like, ugh. Really? Like, because Charlie is normally a boy's name, or... I don't understand when people are like that. Like, I think I would know my name, like... My previous cat was named Abby after the first lady on the West Wing. Or, Charlene. People get mad and then they're like, that's not really your name. And it's like, I think I would know. It's my name. Why are you doubting me? Why would I lie? And nowadays there's so many people with, like, weird names. Like, Elon Musk's kid or whatever. Like, really out there names. That, yeah, we gotta doubt why a person would be fully named Charlie as a female. Like, alright, America. Way to go on that one. I don't understand. It's not a big deal. Like, just ask what their name is, and when they give you their name, just be like, cool, okay, like... I like Charlie. Charlie is a nice name. I think it's really cool. I don't know why anybody would have any problems with somebody named Charlie. In fact, I'm surprised it's not a more popular female name now. I can't remember if a teacher tried to call me Abigail, and I told them no. I would assume so because that happened a lot to me. I would just get like teachers being like, oh, this is your name, and it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm like, just calm your shit down, man. Calm your shit down. People are ridiculous nowadays. And like I said, like, teachers tend to get really saucy about it. Acceptable nicknames derived from Abby from my childhood. Abs, Bee, and Beasley. Where did Beasley come from? That's a curious one. I've never heard that as a nickname. Beasley. That's really cute though, I like that. I've heard abs before. But B and Beasley, I guess B makes sense because it's the second letter of your name. Yeah, my char is not the calmest person, so probably why she was sent to the office. I'm sure she cocked attitude over her name. Oh, I would have. Yeah, I was that kind of person too. I got locked in the principal's office once because of something that wasn't even my fault, and I was the one that was locked in for it. It was like probably super illegal. My parents probably could have sued the school for it. Very, very, like, bad. I'm like, why? Is she a redhead? I have heard that redheads are very, very fiery, though. Just upload, man. Just upload. No, she's brunette, but all fire. Yeah, I mean, I'm, well, whatever color you would consider my hair. Usually it's like, reddish. Like, not brunette fully. It's got a tinge of red to it. And, I've been told many times that I'm very fiery. Very fiery. Much fire. I have the Scottish blood in me. Much of the Scottish. I have a bee-themed compact mirror in my handbag as homage to the bee nickname. Funny fact, Melissa actually means honeybee in Greek. Or that is what I've been told that it is what it means. I'm more of a wasp than a honeybee. I'm a little spicy. I'm a wee bit spicy. Like I said, I was surprised that when I went to dinner with Jackie last week, I didn't scare the shit out of her. It's like, who the fuck is this person? They're crazy. Yes, I'm crazy, Jackie. I just knotted my string accidentally. Spicy is good. Exactly, nothing wrong with spicy, man. A good spicy personality is a good thing to have. Probably as an actor, you probably should have a spicy personality. It's kind of helpful sometimes. Oh my gosh. Whoop! You whooping over there, Bean? Oh, what did you and Jackie have for dinner? We went for pho, and we had Vietnamese subs, which I had never had before, and she's like, I'm gonna get you a Vietnamese sub, and I was like, okay. And she got me a Vietnamese sub, and now I am hooked. They are so good. If she can put up with Queen IRL, I'm sure she can handle you. Actually, yeah, you're right. Queen is a lot. Queen is a lot to handle. Oh, Queen. I mean, we're both Mias, so it's a Mia thing, I think. It's, oh my gosh, the boys are so funny. I gave her quilt, and she's like, I'm gonna have to wash it, because you have a dog. And then, Apparently, Ramses pees on everything that smells like a dog. He's a little jackass, apparently. There's nothing wrong with being chonky. I am much chonkier than I look. I am not thin. I don't want to be thin. When I look at pictures of myself, like way back in the day when I was the size of a stick, I looked unhealthy. It was disgusting. It was very, very, I didn't look healthy at all. Now, my doctor says that, my old doctor, my new doctor is fine with my weight where it is. My old doctor said that at 155 pounds that I needed to be at least 25 pounds thinner, and I was like, I'm content with how I look. I am fine with how I look. I'm not gonna push it anymore. I don't want to cause an eating disorder. I don't want to cause any issues like that. And at 155 pounds, I'm 5'4". I don't think that's a horrible weight. I'm pretty active as a person, and that's usually why I'm the weight that I am, but no. It's usually, like right now, it's like 155 pounds of fat. I will admit that. But normally I'm super, super active. Like I used to run 5Ks all the time. Like I was a super active person, and my BMI was too high according to my doctor. When we got married 3 years ago, I weighed approximately 140 pounds, and I was lean and fit, and like I was 140 pounds of muscle. I was going to the gym like 3 times a week. I was running. I was super, super fit, and that was not good enough for my doctor. I needed to be like 115 to 125 pounds is what he wanted me. And I was like, I don't think I could get that thin if I wanted to, and if I did, it would probably be disgusting. I never want to be thin, but I'm happy to be a bit of a chonk. I honestly think that we have this, I think I have a bit of my new doctor, thankfully, he's not like that at all. He's really awesome. I think we as a society have this obsession. Like even now as an actor, I am not by far, I would say maybe a little chunky, not even really, but I'm considered to be a plus size actor, because I'm not this thin. It's insane. I have hips and I have large boobs, but my waist isn't actually that big. My calves are like built like steel brick shit houses. But because I'm not 100 pounds, I'm considered to be a plus size actor model, which is sad. Because at where I am in my weight right now, I would say I am average. I would say that I'm not obese. I theoretically am considered to be overweight, but even then, like I said, I don't feel like I'm overweight. I think that the weight scale classification is really screwed up. And I have muscle, and that just doesn't count for anything. And that's fine. I always tell people, if you want to lose weight, there's nothing wrong with losing weight or gaining weight. Whatever your journey is, you do it for you, but don't do it to make somebody else happy. Do it for your own health or your own well-being or your own comfort, but don't do it because you don't like the way you look. Never make it about how you look, because if you start that, it tends to be a wormhole that you don't really recover from, and I've been there. Trigger warning, for mental health and stuff, I had mental health issues. I still have mental health issues. I don't like to say that I am a recovered food disordered eater. I don't believe that disordered eating is something that you really ever recover from. Even like anorexia, I used to be anorexic as a child, and it's just formed into this thing where it's like subconscious anorexia. And I always have to be mindful of my eating. I always have to be mindful that I eat, and I always have to, exactly, you have to overcome it daily. And it's not necessarily that I purposefully don't eat because I want to be skinny. I just, you just have to think about it when you're like, am I not eating because I'm actually not hungry? Or am I not eating, it's a journey. And I don't think that there is enough light shone on that topic, especially in Hollywood today. And that is one of the things that I do want to do as an actor is bring to light that you shouldn't have to be the size of a twig to be an actor. How you look, I have seen many actors that are drop dead gorgeous, but they suck. Their acting is not good. But they get cast because of how they look. And it shouldn't be that way. I don't think it should ever be, based on looks, whether it be race, whether it be weight, whether it be height. I mean, you should have, and obviously when you create these characters as somebody that is also a producer in production of their own TV show, when I created Ben, I had in my mind, I knew what Ben looked like. I know who I wanted to play Ben, which thankfully for me, the first person we went to was Hale Appleman, who is who we want to play Ben. And that was Ben in my mind. So if Hale ever decides to back out of playing Ben, or that he does not want to, etc., conflicts, I will struggle with having to replace that character with a different look. But at the same time, when you get casting sheets, usually they will say nothing about what the character looks like necessarily. Sometimes you will get like, okay, the character is disabled, or in the case of Sid, the character that I am auditioning for this role, they want somebody with a non-binary look. But in order for people to get cast, they shouldn't necessarily be the dumb blonde type. And like, I've seen it so many times, especially in big Hollywood, where it's just like you see these characters that are just kind of mediocre actors. They're not necessarily bad actors, but they're not great actors, and they get cast in all of this stuff because they look amazing and fantastic, and they're sex symbols. And it's so disgusting to me. And it's disgusting not because of my mentality, but like I said, in order for me to be cast as a plus size actor when I don't think I'm plus size, that is part of our problem as a society. We need to get off of that rail and have, Arnold Schwarzenegger, oh my gosh, he's, his acting is atrocious. I don't understand why he got cast in so many things. Maybe when he's acting in his native language it's different. I don't know. But, oh god, he's not a great actor. I don't find that he's a great actor. Who else have I seen in a lot recently? I mean, Bill Murray is good at his trope, but he's an asshole, apparently. If he is not acting within his trope, I don't understand. Or like Adam Sandler, he's great at what he does, but then you see these movies that he's been in, like Click, where he tries to take on a more serious role, and it's like, you're not bad, but you're not, like, this movie could be a lot better if there was somebody more, like, I get you don't want to do typecasting and everything, but in the case of that, I don't think it was typecasting. I just feel like he has his, field where he's great in it. You wouldn't want your oncologist to be your gastroenterologist necessarily. Bill Murray, Ghostbusters, is the most recent thing he's been in, the new Ghostbusters. Apparently he's a real jerk. He's like rude to everybody. Yeah, SNL, he did SNL for a long time. But apparently he's a real asshole. And he's kind of like that Adam Sandler character where, yes, he is good at the type of thing that he does. But then you have a whole bunch of movies where he tries to be this more serious character type, and it just... I've heard that Robert Downey Jr. is apparently really awesome. Yeah, Adam Sandler is he does great at his comedy, and like, especially if you like that type of comedy, but there's sometimes you have your strengths, play to them. I get trying to go outside of those strengths, but like, casting him in that movie, maybe he produced it, I don't know why he was cast, I don't know the choices behind that, but like, sometimes you'll see this where people just want a big name actor in it because people know them and they were popular at that time, and it's just so stupid. I think it's the dumbest thing. And it sucks for people like smaller actors like us, because then we don't get as much of a chance to do things, and it kind of goes down the whole thing. But it's like, stick to what you know, you do it well, stick to that. Don't you wouldn't want to see Orlando Bloom in, like, I don't know, he did that one romance movie or whatever one time, apparently it sucked. But yeah, it's stick to what you know and don't go outside of it, really. Obviously experiment, but don't take a big role away from somebody else that could have that role. Because realistically, it's like, it's really stupid. It's really, really stupid. This upload is taking forever. I don't know why my phone is doing this. Rice-a-roni, woohoo! Hello, fellow thespian. Yeah, as a thespian, I've done some stage things. It's interesting. I'm waiting for my upload to do the audition for my for the other role, but it's taking literally forever. So we're just chatting on it. Oh my gosh, Tom Cruise in a musical. I would almost pay to see that just for how bad it would be. So, at least in, yeah, upload times are ridiculous. I always film on my phone, and then I have to upload it to Google Drive to, like, it's a train wreck. But I feel like things are changing in Hollywood right now. And in the case of this show that I have right now, that I just did some of the audition for with you guys, it states right on the casting thing that role priorities will go to LGBTQIA actors for the role because the character is LGBTQ. It's a big thing that's kind of starting to change. So you wouldn't necessarily like, oh gosh, Eddie Redmayne. The Dutch Girl, I think it's called. He plays a trans woman, but Eddie Redmayne obviously is not trans. You wouldn't have things like that happening anymore, because obviously the community's really, really not okay with that, and they shouldn't be. You wouldn't, yeah, the Dutch Girl, yeah. You wouldn't necessarily want to hire a female character to play a male character if it's a straight male character. If casting did that and made that choice, most of the audience would be, or sorry, the Danish Girl. Most of your audience would be like, why is a female playing a male character? Why? Why was this choice made? This is stupid, like it's, and I get it. The same thing's now happening also with disabled characters, and mentally ill characters. They want them to go to actors who have had, yeah, kind of like Mrs. Brown's Boys. If you did something like Mrs. Brown's Boys in a serious take, like a regular action movie or whatever it is, if it wasn't in the comedy genre and you did it in a serious way, people would be like, what in the world? This is stupid. Like, this is, why was this casting decision made? This is ruining the movie. Like, this is so stupid. So now it is changing a lot, like I said. It just wouldn't feel right, and it's not politically correct, I guess. I hate to use that word, but like, I just wouldn't feel right as a producer casting somebody who wasn't in that range. Yeah, we will finally get LGBTQIA characters with actors who know the character's motivation rather than cishet characters just going for the Oscar. Exactly. So like I said, Sid, the character that I just did the audition for, is a non-binary problem. I'm reading Schnutz. This is a non-binary character, and it says right on the audition script, like, I don't know if it actually says it on the breakdown service, but it says that priority will go to, even within the LGBTQ actors community, somebody who is non-binary. I have a problem with non-disabled actors playing in disabled roles. Also, I think they need disabled consultants on set. Yes, so Schnutz, that's actually something that is also changing when you have different roles, depending on, I mean, I understand if it's a really, really minor thing, it's a little bit dicey. But when you get into things like fertility issues, usually they will have a fertility medical professional or somebody within that medical community be on set so that they can counsel the actors that aren't playing the character on how to react, what to expect, different things like that. You're also going to see a lot of, it depends when you get into disabilities, it's kind of really hard because you wouldn't be able to necessarily go out there and say, hey, like me and Jules have Ehlers-Danlos. Exactly. As an autistic, Silver Wolf, it's completely right. Now you're getting a lot more calls where it will go to a person who isn't necessarily autistic. They will try to get a character played by an actor that is autistic, but if they can't find the right combination of things, it will go to, usually, at least in my experiences with things in the breakdowns, it will say that it'll go to a character, an actor who is neurodivergent. Yeah, casting has to balance HR law as well. HR is a nightmare. It's a fun time, but usually, realistically, you will get these breakdowns, especially for different productions, on the Canada side at least, where you're starting to see LGBTQ characters will be played by LGBTQ people. Neurodivergence, they will be looking for a neurodivergent actor. In the case of disabled people, it'll state what kind of disability they're looking for, and they'll be looking for, like, I had one audition a while ago, and they said we would prefer to have an actor who already uses a wheelchair, or they're using braces or a cane or whatever, something like that. You might not be able to get the exact disease. So, like, you have Jamil who has EDS, which is great. If you had anybody who was casting something for EDS, but it would be really difficult to get an actor to play a disease of that very specific disease. They'd probably look for somebody really similar, but I do find that it is a problem with a lot of the big budget stuff, like movie productions that are going into theaters and stuff, where they're just gonna hire for a face and a name because they know that face and they know that name. I'm trying to think of incidents. Recently that I've really seen. I haven't seen a lot of newer stuff, actually. Wow, my brain is just smushed tonight. The Magicians, I'm pretty sure when they were casting Elliot, they wanted our medical procedural is going to start having actors with actual disabilities on. Potentially, depending on the medical procedural. Like I said, they'll start asking for actors with specifics, kind of like when we get our breakdown where it says, like, looking for LGBTQ actors. At least on breakdown services in Canada, the ones that we use, so I use Casting Networks, Casting Workbooks, and Actors Access. It will have a tab to click on if you have things like braces, if you have things like medical equipment, stuff like that. And I have it listed on mine that I am LGBTQ and that I am also medically disabled, theoretically. So when it's going to depend. Go have a good rest, Bevy. Love you. So yeah, the thing with medical procedurals, it's gonna really depend on probably A, budget, and B, the type of medical procedural. If it's going to be a one-off character, probably not going to have as much people. Yeah, get ready, get some rest and feel better, Bevy. You're probably not going to have as many one-off characters that are going to have disabilities necessarily, just because if it's like a background character or it's just a one-time thing, they're probably just going to take whatever in terms of that. More main character or supporting character roles, though, I do find are going to start having actors with actual disabilities. Again, you may not see. So a medical procedural is like House, anything that's like medical drama, essentially. It's usually every episode is a different storyline there's an overarching story, but there's not every episode. There's like kind of a few different patients or whatever. You're not really having a ER, Grey's Anatomy, House, those kind of things. It's it's a little bit more difficult because they just have such a revolving door kind of thing. But usually, if it's a more supporting character or a more involved character in the series, at least in my experience, they are trying to get it to go to an actor of that minority, I guess. Like, again, it comes down to that you wouldn't really want to see when you see these characters that you know or something. If you were to say, oh, I know this character as a Mexican character, or I know this character as, French, you wouldn't want somebody not of that ethnicity to do it. It just rubs you the wrong way. Oh, who's your filmmaking idol? That's fantastic. Guys, like, this is so ridiculous. My upload isn't even like a quarter of the way. Oh, Lloyd Kaufman, nice. Were you on set with them? Or I think that is pretty cool. Oh, local horror convention. I'm not big on the horror scene. I have a friend who is. He's excellent. He's really into the horror scene. But I haven't been really into the horror scene. I've done more drama, kind of stuff like that. I can do comedy, but I tend to not do anything that's more improv-y just because I'm just like, I feel kind of put on the spot. I'm not great at coming up with one-liners, like, off the top of my head. But that's really awesome. Our local independent film community here is mostly horror, so I'm in it by proxy. Yeah, you would be. Here, it's like bot that is not somehow actually in chat but is showing on screen. A bot somehow. It might be a YouTube bot, because I'm also live streaming this to YouTube. So, I'm assuming that's what's happening. Let's see. YouTube. Let's see. YouTube. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's a YouTube bot. Block you. Block you. I guess I should keep that up. Yeah, I know. Things are really changing in the industry. It's going to be a lot more interesting to see how things are going. Yeah, I was talking about a dating site. Girls, girls, girls. Get all the girls. Oh my god, just upload so I can edit you. Hello, YouTube. I just have YouTube on just because I don't even know. Don't know why. Just cause I can. Cause I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Yeah, I hope that it gets more inclusive. I really do. I really don't like that it's not inclusive, and like Bevy was saying, I don't like that at 155 pounds I'm considered a plus-size actor when realistically I'm just average. Most people at 5'4" are, some approximation of my weight. It's not like I'm large, I would say. I'm large-chested, but I mean, other than that, it's interesting. I don't know. Things are going to be changing a lot in the industry. Theater, I don't know. Theater is a little bit of its own ball game. I don't even pretend to know. I don't do theater. Um, I used to, but now that I'm older and not in high school and, you know, been out of the theater game for a long time, it's really kind of hard to get back into theater. I hope that it gets more people into acting, doesn't just end up stifling creativity with writers saying, well, I'm only going to write cishet white characters because it will be easier to cast. Yes and no. As somebody producing a TV show that is not like cis white typical TV show, I will say that it has been a fight to get it produced. We have gone to most of the major media companies in Canada and been declined because it is not their normal ticket. That being said, the show isn't exclusively LGBTQ, but because it is in the cards, it's a problem. I adore musicals. The soundtracks are amazing. I also adore musicals, but I cannot sing for the life of me. My singing sucks. I had a vocal coach, but then COVID. And now, yeah, I gotta get back into that. But it's quite hard to produce anything that is considered not cis, white, average TV shows. Because as soon as people see it, either they complain about it or it just becomes an issue. Like I said, we went to a few places, most of the major media companies in Canada, and we've been turned down. That being said, it's not that they don't think it's a good project or they're not targeting it specifically because it's LGBTQ, but they are saying, like, this is not our regular wheelhouse. I couldn't act, I can't sing, at least I can draw. Hey, you can do something I can't. I cannot draw for the life of me. I can't write. We need a streaming service called Avant-Garde. Apple is actually really open to different things, and from my understanding, so is Prime, but they're ridiculous to try and get in contact with to pitch things to. Netflix also isn't too bad for accepting avant-garde pieces, but nobody wants to go with Netflix because they just cancel shows for no reason. So that's like the biggest problem with Netflix. Trying to get into Prime and Apple TV though, we've been trying to pitch to Apple TV, and you need to have an Apple Creators account, which is problematic because the only Apple Creators account that I can find out to create at this point is for music producers, and I am not a music producer. So, had a movie on Prime and they bled him dry. Yeah. It's not fun. Production is so ridiculous to try and get now. Investors are really not wanting to invest in things that are avant-garde because it's not the typical, it's not what normal people want to see. Normal, quote-unquote, people. It's not going to appeal to the average audience, which is baloney if you ask me. There's so much that go on behind the scenes when producing things. It's kind of ridiculous. I used to attempt writing a lot when I was younger, but writing is hard. Yeah, I am not a good writer. I have my TV show timeline slotted out, but it is a mess. It is all over the place. It is everywhere. It's horrendous. It's not a good representation of the TV show at all. That being said, that is why I would hire professional writers. But the thing with all this is that it costs money, and it's like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to try and get funding. You can get government funding in Canada for things like this, but the problem is, in order to have government funding access, you have to have a film start date, which you can't really do until you have a cast and producers and all that, which you can't really cast and do until you have funds. So it creates this big giant like circle of issues, and you're like, There's so many programs out there. Like Ontario Creates is a great one, but Ontario Creates is giving all this money to like Marvel movies, and it's like, Marvel movies don't need Ontario Creates. Marvel movies already have a ton of money. Ontario Creates could go to smaller people and smaller production companies, but it's a thing. It's a thing. It's ridiculous to try and get things started. Obviously, it's amazing when you have actors attached to it, you can start getting more traction, but a lot of actors won't actually I wanted to do that, but I was like, it's so difficult. It's ridiculous. I don't want to promise, I'm sure Hale Appleman, like that's a big name actor. He's gonna cost a pretty penny, I'm sure. I don't want to promise that I have his funding and then not have it, right? I don't know exactly. This is my first production, so I've never done production on anything before. I've always been an actor. I've never done the other side of things, so this is all new to me. My co-producer is dealing with a lot of it because I don't have the connections. I tried so hard to produce this on my own, but I couldn't get anywhere because it's all connections. Yes? Are you gonna come fart on my stream again? Yes? Yes? Correct me? I don't know, make whatever. Yes? Really? You're ordering a pizza? Okay, fine. Jerk. House of the Dragon? Man, if I got a freaking spot on House of the Dragon, I'd shit myself. I would be so happy. Or Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings even better. I would be so happy. Lord of the Rings could have flopped. If I had a freaking part on it, I'd be like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm so happy to be on Lord of the Rings. Pizza. Yeah, I love how we had a conversation about me not being able to eat cheese, and now I'm gonna eat a pizza. I don't eat the pizza on the cheese on the pizza, because some pizza places I'm actually really allergic to the cheese because they have like penicillin mold in them. Well, positive vibes for the audition and more positive thoughts for your upload. Thank you. It's almost half done, so if you stick around, you'll be able to see it. Oh, actually, we're almost 75% done. Almost. Getting there. Oh, when she's loafing. Who's loafing? Oh, Quill. Have I showed you guys Muffin? I'm headed to bed. Gotta report to the day job early in the morning. Well, good luck. Feel free to follow or whatever, subscribe. Social media is at Sneeboo for Instagram is my actor's profile. And yeah, I love my pole dancing bunny. The best thing ever. We will see you again. And I guess I love how it's 3:10 in the morning. It's 10:10 here, Silver Wolf. So it is not 10 past 3 in the morning. It is 10:10 here. I also have a few days to upload this video, so what? Do you want to come say hi to Silverwolf? Do you want to come say hi to Silverwolf? Yes. Are you the happiest little bee? Well, come here. Yeah, come here. Come here, baby. I got you. There we go. There we go. It's a bean, the bean, the bean. It's a bean, the bean, the bean. Hello. Hello. Are you gonna steal everybody? Are you gonna steal all the viewers? Hello, my tiger bee. Oh, aren't you the sweetest bean there is? Are you an actor bean? You're an actor bean, yeah. You have a TV show? You gonna have a TV show? Yeah, I'll make you a TV show all about beans. It's the Beanie Bunny. She's so, oh my gosh, she's so funny. I got her a stroller. Well, I got it for the other two. I got it for Raspberry and Emmett because they're 10 pounds each. So getting them in a carrier is kind of difficult, and then carrying them everywhere, I was like, oh god. So I got them a stroller, and somebody got to test it out and just loved it. We went down to the local ice cream place. They make it's a micro creamery. They make all this awesome ice cream, and we brought Tiggy Beans in her stroller, and the lady was so happy to see a Tiggy Beans. She's like, I didn't expect it to be a bunny. I thought it would be a baby and then maybe a puppy, but then it was a Tiggy Beans. It was a Tiggy Beans. It was a Tiggy Beans. I suppose I should change this to just chatting and Tiggy Beans. Just chatting and Tiggy Beans. Yeah. Just Tiggy Beans. I love my beans. You're shedding. Holy crud. You're just a bean. I love you so much. I love you so much. You're the best bean there is. You are the bestest bean. She is so funny. She just lapped it up. She was just sitting there, and there's a little where she can see out, and she's just sitting there, and she's just enjoying the time, and she's just looking, and then she started bunstrutting and moving her. I had a little blanket in there, and she's just like, oh, I must move it, I must be a bean, I must be a bean, I must be a bean. You're just the happiest beans. Oh, you're just a baby. You're just a baby. Everybody loves the Tiggy Bean. Oh my gosh. If you guys love Tiggy Beans, Wednesday, I'm gonna try and stream. Here, I'm gonna go back. Here you go. Here you go, baby. Okay, yes, everybody can have a cookie. Everybody gets a cookie. You get a cookie. You get a cookie. You get a cookie. No. Well, where are you ordering from? Mr. Mozzarella? Chicken wings. Oh, I got bunny fur all over me. Wednesday I have to go to the rescue to do med checks. So I think I might try to stream the med checks at the rescue, and you guys can meet Muffin. Muffin is Tiggy Bean's mom, and she's got the biggest dewlap. I have a picture of her. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Somebody causing drama somewhere. Where's the Muff Muff? She's the most hilarious little bean. She doesn't look anything like Tiggy Beans. She looks, she's actually gray. Where's the muffin? Where's the muffin? Muffin. Oh, this is Muffin. This is Muffin. She is a sweetheart, and she's exactly like Tiggy Beans. She's so funny, and she does this. She's in a pen now. She's not in the dog crate anymore, but she's so funny. She used to do that when she was in a dog crate because that was her way of demanding love and attention. She's a funny bean. And we ended up with Tiggy Beans, and we had Muffin and Mars, who were mom and dad, and then we had Tiggy Bean, Tigger. Who did we end up with? Muffin. Oh. Hello, husband. Oh, you just followed me? You're not in the chat? What a jerk. Muffin had like 4 babies, and Tiggy Beans was the only one that looks like Tiggy Beans. She ended up with the hypoxia injury that she has, and we ended up taking her because of that. And she's here for palliative, but she is now 2 years old, and she's still going. She can't binky, but I suspect that's just because of what sauce. What are the sauce options? Why are you private messaging me? Put it in the thingy. Sauce options. Why are you being an abnormal human being and not chatting in my chat? Mr. Mozzarella. Hey guys, let's pick my chicken wing sauce. What kind of chicken wings should I get? Silver, you will love Muffin. Oh my gosh, she's the funniest thing. She's so cute. Order online. Yeah, I want Tiggy, or not Tiggy Bean. Menus. Wings. Page not found. How am I supposed to know what kind of sauce to get on my wings? Okay, let's live gaming. Let's try and find the Mr. Mozzarella menu. Mr. Mozzarella menu. Here we go. Here we go. Is this the wing sauce? Yeah, I'm guessing these are the wing sauces. So we have, yeah, I'm guessing those are the wing sauces. So we have Honey Awesome, which is honey garlic, honey mustard, Atomic Caribbean, Sweet Fire, Timex, Jamaican Beach, Southern Belle, garlic parmesan, which is way too much garlic, Cactus Kick, creamy garlic, butter chicken, Cool Ranch, pineapple, curry red Thai, sweet sour plum, sweet chili, honey mustard, honey garlic, Jamaican jerk, honey, suicide, hot sauce, medium, mesquite barbecue, and mild barbecue. There's yeah, suicide is usually very hot. It's pretty popular here and in the US. It's like hotter than hot. Does hot sauce mean hot sauce? Like just hot sauce, not hot, is what I'm wondering. Because I like hot sauce. But what is their hot sauce? Because I'm very picky about my hot sauce. I don't know. You can do a combo. Get saucy with one of our standard sauces or get crazy with one of our own. Do we try something like, Sweet Fire is good. I'm pretty sure I've had that before. Silverwolf's gonna be like, you better get the frickin', better get the suicide. I feel like pineapple curry might be good. Yeah. Okay. Is he still in chat? I think he left the chat. Guys, my husband left the chat. What a dick. Pineapple curry. What? You're watching? There we go. Pineapple curry. I want pineapple curry. Oh, that hurt my shoulder. That hurt my shoulder. Valentini. You're not in the chat. It doesn't show you in the chat. Don't get the suicide for all things good. Last time I had a suicide, it wasn't actually that hot. Although, funny story, my ex and I had a cat. She was my ex's cat, but she came when we moved in together. And one time we went out with my brother and we went to like Wild Wings or something. I don't know if you guys had that in the UK. But my brother got the like spiciest ones, which were like Ring of Fire or like Suicide, something like that. And then we went out after we came home. We left them on the table thinking that she wouldn't touch them. And funny story, my ex's cat went in, opened the wings, and took a bite out of these like suicide / Ring of Fire wings. And it was so funny because we just got home and she was just sitting there like with her legs and she was like and there was just the one button or the one bite taken out of the damn wings. It was so hilarious. Like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Micah Valentini, Haley Rose, Sid, Who take one. I don't understand how I'm gonna upload all of these. Poor cat. Oh, I know. The poor Molly. She must have been like scarred for the rest of her life. I don't think she ever ate anything off the table ever again after that. It was so funny though. Oh man. And the poop she had after, I imagine she was probably so... Oh my gosh. I feel bad for her. I feel so bad. But it was so funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so much at an animal in pain in my life just because of why she was in pain. Oh my gosh. I laughed so much. I mean, obviously I feel bad, but our cat likes spicy foods, so Pounce is his like favorite thing in the world is habanero cheese. And it's okay. Whatever floats your boat, honey. Whatever floats your boat. He's quite the comical little boy. I'm assuming Gary went and... Are you okay, Bean? Good good way to deter stealing food by poor suffering kitty. I know. And this cat was so funny. She would do the thing where they like drag their butt on things. And usually they do that when they have worms, but we have no idea why Molly did it. And she would like put her legs like way up in the air, like way above her head. It was so funny. Oh, I will never forget that. That poor cat suffered like so many times in her life. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Laundry. Madras curry. They say that they're not really able to taste like salty things for cats. Or wait, is it cats can't taste sweet things or is it salty things? I always forget, but they say that I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be that cats can't taste sweet things. But that doesn't make any sense to me because the opposite is, if it's cats can't taste sweet things, they say dogs can't taste salty things. Which, I mean, my dog licks me like crazy when I sweat, so I don't think that to be true. I wonder, can dogs taste, or cats taste sweet? Yeah, cats can't taste sweetness. They lack the receptor for it. So can dogs taste salt? Okay, well I'm half right, I guess. I'm a half right. Okay, load you up. There we go. Why is it not? Okay. Oh. Dogs can taste a lot of things, but yeah, cats don't have the receptor for sweet, apparently. Oh, Chuppy going outside. Why? Why? Why is this not? Why does my life hate me? Okay, maybe it'll actually work now.
Who is that?
Rose. Sister.
Okay. There. You're loaded? Cool. Cool.
Who is that?
Rose. Sister.
You have a sister?
She wants you to come home for a reading.
Whose?
Olga's.
And Olga is?
My mother.
I thought your mother already died. I was under the impression... Haley, I didn't think you had a family.
Blood Rose isn't really involved.
I don't like this take. Yeah, we're gonna axe this take.
You have a mother. I have a complex array of emotions right now.
Me too.
When do you think you'll fly?
Never.
Come on, your sister... I could hear her crying all the way from over here.
She's always been with me.
Why the hell didn't I know you had family?
I'm gonna take one because I think I'm only gonna do the one.
Blood relatives.
Family is family.
Maybe
Dead or alive, hell or not, you really shouldn't talk about your mother like that.
You wouldn't say that as a lady.
Okay, let's do that again, I guess. Who was that? Who was that?
Now! Cut to use split page. There we go. Of course. Of course. I split too soon.
That.
Rose. My sister.
You have a sister?
She wants me to come home for a reading.
Oops.
Rose.
And Olga is?
My mom.
Haley. I was under the impression that you didn't have a family.
Blood relatives maybe, but not a family.
You have a mother.
How?
I'm feeling a complex array of emotions right now.
Me too.
When do you think you'll fly?
Mhm.
Come on. Your sister. I could hear her all the way over here.
He's always been maybe.
Why the hell didn't you tell me that you had a family? That's not my line.
Okay.
That is, yeah, it is my line. Why the hell didn't I tell you? Okay, let's go back to the beginning.
Oh boy, this is fun times. That was an actually pretty good one. Alright, Silverwolf, have a good day. I'm probably just gonna finish editing this and call it a night anyways, but yeah. Have a good night.
Who was that?
Rose. My sister.
Kay, you have a sister?
She wants me to come home for a reading.
Oops.
Rose.
And Olga is?
My mother.
I thought your mother was already dead. Haley, I was under the impression that you didn't have a family.
Blood relatives maybe, but not a family.
You have a mother. I am feeling a complex array of emotions right now.
Me too.
When do you think you'll fly?
Mhm.
Come on. Your sister. I could hear her crying all the way over here.
He's always been maybe.
Why the hell didn't you tell me you had a family?
Blood relatives.
Family is family.
Maybe I should go. Maybe like a holiday by the ocean instead of a trip to home. Which is probably where she's headed.
Dead or alive, hell or not, you shouldn't talk about your mother that way.
You wouldn't say anything maybe.
There we go. And that's done. Alrighty. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna just have a night and just kind of go over the next scene that I have to do, and then yeah, if you guys want to see any of my acting stuff or you can always follow me at Sneeboo on Instagram, at Sneeboo on Twitter as well, and also TikTok. I haven't really posted anything on TikTok yet, but I have an account. But yeah, that's it for the night. I hope you guys all had a good night. I hope you enjoyed this. I realize it's probably pretty boring for most of you. The majority after I finished filming was just, you know, chatting, which, like I said, is probably pretty boring to most of you. But yeah, I'm hoping to hopefully be on Wednesday when I do the med check at the rescue. I will definitely keep you updated on that on my social media and everything. But yeah, that's everything, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night or morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Love yourselves, take it easy, and just be kind, be gentle. Bye.